Hello guys, this is going to be quick, and of course I forget my notepad, so today I decided, since my music videos seem to have a better effect, such a beautiful bird song, a better effect on my channel, I decided, and I felt inspired to do a video called Music I Grew Up With, and I haven't really seen that many videos around called that, and I just feel as though I should. I was inspired by listening to some music that I grew up with, and also seeing other people and like wondering like where this came from. Okay, so some examples of the music that I grew up with would be, well, first of all, from birth I have been introduced to Switchfoot, Marillion. Marillion's a big key part. It's one of the biggest things I can remember from my childhood. Jimmy World, I think that was from birth. It sings along there, and also older stuff like Pink Floyd, running into newer-ish stuff like Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree and Blackfield and many other things, and I have a list of all the things I can remember off the top of my head in the back. So Jimmy Eat World, Muse, Switchfoot, Marillion, Feeder, a mix of older stuff, Pink Floyd, anything they enjoyed from their childhood. Like Mum was a big fan of like ABC, Duran Duran, Europeans, and the lead singer from Europeans, called Stephen Hogarth, went into Marillion, and he took over from Fish. Delirious, Keen, Rush, Steven Wilson, The Gentleman, Joseph Clay, so a big mixture of music. When I listen to some, and I'll label three in particular that have you know, have stayed in the prime of my mind whenever I think of what music I grew up when I was little. Well, I'll say four. One of them's an album. So first would be the forefront, Marillion, because Mum and Dad used to go to conventions and we used to go with them, and you know, so you're surrounded by Marillion fans, and also going to see them in concert quite a lot. In Manchester, I went to see them in Minehead, and I was about 4, I think, maybe 5, and I can remember that quite vividly in my mind. But just like growing up with that, and I remember specifically, I stole this, sorry Mum, like this, when I was younger I always remembered seeing these. So there's them. Then there's Keane. Keane have been a really long-standing band that I've loved since childhood, especially like, I always seem to say that Tom Chaplin is my favourite singer, and I don't know whether that's just because at a certain time in my life I had a bit of a thing for him, 3 years long. Like I had this thing in my mind, like when I was 3 and like to 5 I had a crush on Steve Hogarth, and when I was about 6 to 9 I had a big crush on Tom Chaplin. So anyway, Keane is just such a great band, a bit like Marillion. They kind of just stay, and they're long standing in what they create and everything. And Tom from Keane has brought out a new album, which is great, like by himself as a solo album. That kind of, me talking about them goes into also Muse, and Muse is a Danish band. I can remember especially like listening to Fringes every year when we went down to the Isle of Wight, and you know, just the voice of Jonas. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name because I don't know, and if I don't know I don't want to do it. So his voice, like thinking about it now and recently as well, because because they brought out a new song, gone back and looked through all the old Muse things, and I think Muse is my favourite band, even though I feel really bad saying that because Keen, but I think because he has such an amazing range and voice and everything, and it goes, you know, it's just this relaxation kind of thing from back in my mind of when I was growing up, so that may or may not make them feel old. They're not old, but I love that. And then the album I was talking about is Chaser's Light by Jimmy Eat World, because we always used to listen to it, and you know, on the way to Wales, and just as we were driving up to Queenswood, I think it's Queenswood, like a stop on the way to Wales, like if you know what I mean. We always seemed to drive in when it was playing that album, and it was such great timing, and it was just yeah, like thinking about all that and what I grew up listening to and such a range of music that I listened to, I feel like that did kind of set a foundation for what music I'm into now. I did go through a bit of a rebellious phase where I went and dove into the really cheesy pop, and that was when I was that was around when the Saturdays were coming up, so I think I was like 7 to maybe age 13. Still every now and then I go back into that because it is kind of fun. I kind of laugh at myself, but I do like the odd pop, but most of the music I'm into is because of what I grew up with, and that was a mix of prog and indie and alternative, other things as well. I kind of feel like, even though I did go through the rebellious phase, I'm glad now that I've kind of gone back into this, because I feel like it's solidified my interests, which is a range, like I have a huge range of music that I'm into, and I think that's because of what I grew up with. I'm probably repeating myself, but I just thought that I wanted to share that with you. I am now off to write, and this is quick, just a quick kind of thing. It's on shuffle. Apparently it is the new War Child single. I've still got this, the little iPod shuffle. I've had this since I was 8. I paid it with my own money, all £30. It took courage to do that. I was such a bad spender. Anyway, that has nothing to do with it, so okay. First 3 songs on my iPod. Seriously, they're getting like, they're screaming for my attention. And it's Face Down by the 1975 history. Are you kidding me right now? No. Now it's me. Thank You. Ophelia by Marika Hackman. It's such a gory album, but I love it so much. Is that strange? It's actually about like storytelling of dead bodies and everything. China Berry Tree by Muse. Yeah. I'm really sad though because we can't go and see them. We were kind of hoping to see them in Manchester. Well, have a nice Sunday. Forgot again. Right, From Stoke Road to Ipanema. Great DVD, the best Marillion live DVD in my opinion. It's been my long time favourite. So from Stoke Road to Ipanema, you should check it out because it is ace. So I'll get back to dancing now. I should probably add my favourite songs at the moment, my favourite music, just before this dies. Favourite song, my biggest recommendation of the last month and a half is Aeroplane by Tiga Lilly. Excellent song. My favourite songs at the minute are, and I will put it down below, is the live in the studio version of Satellites by Muse. My favourite album is Marika Hackman's We Slept at Last. And also just my favourite other song by Muse at the minute, which I will also link below. I'm just going to link everything, possibly, I don't know, is Why Are You Looking Grave? If you're a bit don't look at the video because it makes you dizzy. I also have really loved I Love You So Bad, or ILUYSB by Lilly. Also really great. But yeah, a bit boring, but hope you enjoy.